Welcome, Actus fans, and we're here with our mortgage specialist, Andre Persaud, who's always got some amazing tips to make your life better, especially when it comes to mortgage financing, and also what happens after the mortgage financing. So right now, we're talking about control. How many of you out there like control? Yeah, all of you. I can see that. See all their hands raised? See all their hands raised? Yeah. Okay. So speaking about control, this happened to your client. So why don't you just share the story? Okay.
Okay. So I had a client, and we had their mortgage financing all ready to go. They were all set to close. I believe it was September 3rd. They were set to close September 4th. And we were all set to close, ready to go, and so they were selling their existing place. That was also closing September 3rd. And they were waiting on the fund. They needed the funds from that sale in order to put down on the purchase that they were making. And so, they had the moving truck all packed up, ready to go, and what happened was their buyer, the buyer of the house that they were selling, their existing home, could not close on September 3rd. And so because they could not close, my clients were not getting their $200,000 that they were getting from the sale to put down on their home, so they couldn't close on their purchase. So, at no fault of theirs, they were not able to. They had the moving truck packed, they had furniture being delivered to the house that night and everything. They were waiting for the keys, but because the sale of their home wasn't going through, they were not able to get the funds to put down. And it wasn't even their buyers that couldn't get their financing together. It was their buyer's buyer couldn't. So their buyers had their home also being sold September 3rd, and the purchasers of their home couldn't still. So it was a big chain reaction that happened, and my clients were at the end of it all, and they just were devastated by it. So a strategy I was thinking of, and kind of
to prevent this from happening.
I had to think. I love control myself. I love controlling everything about any deal I'm putting together. And
would your wife agree with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
he's totally being honest.
Yeah. And so I was trying to think, how can I gain control over that and not let that happen? And so what I would have probably advised my clients to do in the next instance is, don't have your sale and your purchase closing on the same date. If you can have your purchase closing on September 3rd, put the sale of your existing property, let's say, September 6th, 3 days later. What that triggers is, then if we had it set up that way, the clients would have then got a bridge loan from the bank to say, hey, we're not going to have our down payment funds until September 6th, but the bank's going to give you a loan saying, okay, we're going to give you that bridge loan for your down payment on September 3rd, and then they're also going to give the mortgage funds on September 3rd, and then that bridge loan gets paid back on September 6th when the client's house sells. Now, if the client's house did not sell on September 6th, that's perfectly fine. Our clients are still in their home, they've still got their furniture set up, they're still living. It's just simply we're then going to extend the bridge loan past September 6th to whatever date that their buyers end up coming through, and then pass that cost on to their buyers as well. But it just means that we have control and we know we are getting the keys on September 3rd on the day we're expecting to close.
And we don't have to we don't have to go into all this stress. We can avoid all this stress by having a simple bridge loan that's done and negotiated up front in advance. So it's smooth sailing, it's peace of mind. And don't look about the cost about the bridge loan, look about the peace of mind, because it's not about the cost. It's very, very minimal. With interest rates so low, the average cost for a bridge loan for a whole 30 days works out to be in the neighborhood of $1,000, $1,500, which is peanuts when you really think about the peace of mind. I mean, you're saving more than that on the stress. Think about your spouse being stressed. Is it worth the $1,000 or $1,500 for a month? And most times you don't even need a bridge that long. A week or two will do. So we're talking about a few $100s. Peanuts. But get it done up front. Speak to the mortgage specialist. Avoid all this stress. And also, there's other strategies such as the closing insurance. So if it doesn't close, there's insurance options out there that we can tell you about. And for a very nominal amount, you can have that peace of mind. So even if your buyer didn't close, they take care of all those types of expenses that occurred as a result, and you'd have total smooth sailing, peace of mind, and you won't be stressed out because you don't know where to place your furniture, you can't get a hotel, what are you going to do now? And your kids are cranky because they didn't get their candy and they didn't close in time. So all that other stuff. Avoid all that stuff. Awesome. Okay, so for more, just contact us and further details will be included. Thank you.
Thanks.